guys, welcome back to Aisha's Book Corner. What have you been doing lately? For me, I've been practicing lots of things lately because in a few days I'm having a concert. So I've been practicing my singing skills and my guitar skills. Well, basically the skills. As you know, lately I've been reviewing the Diary of the Wimpy Kid book series. And in the latest video, I was recording the first book, which the title is just Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But today, we're going to be reading the third book. Don't ask me why we're not reading the second book. So the reason we're reviewing the third book, not the second book, is because, well, I don't have it, so that's just too sad. But before we get into it, we absolutely must do the trivia. The trivia question might be... I got one. How about the question could be, what manly sport did Greg Helpley attend? Well, good luck with that. Let's get back into it. The name of this book is The Last Straw, which is the third book. I said that, but nobody cares. Let's get into the book. In this book, Greg Helpley's dad has been really telling him to be more manly and do more sports because he's been being very lazy this summer. Greg is Greg. All he wants to do is play video games all summer, and curtains off. Nobody needs to see him. Let him play video games, all that. But his dad has different ideas for him, so he can't do what he wants. In this book, his dad also really wants to send him off to military academy, which Greg has been highly avoiding. My favorite part in this book was when Greg Helpley cheated off his friend, meaning he lied to his friend to get an advantage to himself. What he does is that they try to make a time machine. Well, not a time machine. Well, they try to make a time capsule where they put all of the good stuff in. But he was quite smart. This is two paragraphs I'll read to you. I told Rowley that if he put some of his Christmas presents in that time capsule, the people in the future would get some really cool stuff when they opened the box. Rowley told me it wasn't fair because I wasn't putting any of my Christmas presents in the time capsule. So I had to explain to him that the people in the future would think we were really lame if they opened the box and it was filled with clothes and books. Then I told Rowley I'd throw in $3 of my own money to prove I was making sacrifices too. That seemed to be enough to convince him to fork over one of his new video games and a couple of other things. I had actually had a secret plan that I wasn't letting Rowley in on. I knew that putting the cash in the time capsule was a smart move because that money is going to be worth a lot more than $3 in the future. So as you can see, he might be a bit witty in his brain sometimes. Let's go through another interesting section. In this page, it shows that Greg Helpley had a bit of an attempt to do soccer because his dad kind of forced him to. He shows his attempt, he becomes quite weird, and he is quite a failure at soccer, sadly. Yeah. Another thing I really like about these books is that Greg writes all of these things in a journal, and he makes the illustrations make you think that you're actually right there. For example, you have this one. Another thing it also makes you think is that it's Greg Helpley actually writing the book, not just the author, Jeff Kinney. He also complains a lot, which is quite relatable, even if he is a bit of a wimp. If you like books that are quite silly and hilarious, I definitely think you should read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw. Because even if you think, because it has a lot of things in this book. It shows humor, it shows silly, it shows wimpiness, and all those things. It shows Greg Helpley trying to find true love again. But he always fails for no reason. Okay, let's answer the trivia. The question of the trivia was, what sport did Greg Helfley's father force him to do? And the answer to that was, drumroll please, the answer was his dad forced him to do soccer, and he is a complete failure. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, hit that like button, and smash that notification bell so you get notified when I post my next video. Goodbye and thank you.